Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and today I'm going to be revealing how much money I got in dividends for the quarterly dividend in February from Apple. And the funny thing about this is, I just talked for 25 minutes for a video and just realized that I forgot to click record, so I'm doing this once again, so hopefully I don't miss out on discussing everything. But I want to start off by just discussing what dividends are for people that don't really know or people that are trying to get into dividend investing. And to explain that, a dividend is a sum of money paid regularly, typically quarterly, by a company to its shareholders out of its profits or reserves. So to explain things in basic terms, a dividend is just an extra reward from a company as a thank you for holding shares in that company. And that reward is given out for every single share that you own within that company. So for example, let's say that you invest in 40 shares of Microsoft and their dividend is 65 cents a share. And let's also say that within the past year, Microsoft has grown by 78%. So not only are you going to enjoy the growth of that 78% over the past years on all of your shares, you're also going to receive an additional thank you for owning all of those shares by an extra 65 cents times how many ever shares you own in that company just for that one quarter of the year. So you enjoy an extra 78% in growth on your stock's value in addition to that extra 65 cents times 40. So as you can see, this is a big reason as to why a lot of people prefer to start dividend investing. Some people may avoid normal investing because they look at it as in terms of they don't really get the benefits from that investment until they sell. And usually the preferred time to sell is when you're going into retirement, which is say 60 years old. So a lot of people don't want to get into investing because they don't want to wait that long to get that money. However, dividend investing can be seen as a pretty good middle ground for those types of people to where not only are you experiencing growth for your retirement, but you're also getting a small to large passive income, depending on how much you invest, every quarter or every month because you're getting dividends from those investments as well. So for those people that sort of avoid investing because they don't really see any of the major profits until the later part of their life, dividend investing can be a great thing because you're also getting a small amount of money every month or every quarter as a reward for investing, and you're also experiencing that long-term growth for retirement as well, so you're getting the best of both worlds basically. And to just give a personal example, I started off investing with Robinhood on December 2nd. I did some investing with my bank in October, but when I really started dividend investing and investing with Robinhood was on December 2nd, and I started with buying shares of Apple and VOO, which is an ETF that mirrors the S&P 500 index. But just with me investing and starting dividend investing as well, it has really helped me avoid my typical habit of impulse purchases, like avoiding buying luxury items like Yeezys, which cost $220 per pairs of shoes. And starting investing really helped me avoid these bad practices because I now had something I could consistently put money into and turn that money into something even greater, which is more money. So I started looking at all of these items that I would usually buy, such as Yeezys. I would look at Yeezys and think, okay, this is $220. If I put this $220 into stocks, this could turn into a large amount of money in 10 years compared to having these shoes that will probably degrade or grow very little in value. And then on top of that, if I purchase a dividend stock with that $220, then I'll get money in dividends over the years and experience growth in that stock value as well. So not only did it give me a purpose to put my money into something that will be beneficial, but it also gave me the outlook on judging whether a purchase was necessary because that money that would be used for that purchase could be used to grow my money even more if I invested it wisely. So I will say, in my opinion, I think that investing and dividend investing can help a person avoid these bad practices of purchasing items they don't need or impulse purchasing, and I've really seen that firsthand with my experience. And it has definitely helped me avoid doing these things since I started back on December 2nd on Robinhood. So now that I've explained basically what dividends are and the benefits of investing and dividend investing, I'm going to go ahead and reveal what I earned, what company I invested in, and how many shares that I held for this dividend payment. So we'll start off by jumping into the Robinhood app and checking my messages. And before I reveal my dividend payment from Apple, I'm going to tell you guys my full position on this company. And currently I own 42 shares of Apple. My average cost for each share is $285.95. My total equity in the company is $13,650. And my portfolio diversity for Apple, which is basically how much money of my total portfolio value is invested in Apple, is 21.37%. Now, as of today, the total return that I've gotten from this company from December 2nd to today, which is, I believe, February 17th, The total return that I've received is $1,639.92. So this is 13.65% in growth since December 2nd, which is very solid in my opinion. This is already above the annual average S&P 500 index in only 3 months, so this is very, very good. And I'm happy with the percentage of growth alone aside from the dividends. So not only do we enjoy the benefit of growth over time, but we also enjoy the dividends, of course. And as you can see, on February 13th, I got a message from Robinhood that said, because you own 42 shares of Apple on February 7th, you've received a dividend payment of $32.34. Now, obviously, $32 isn't anything super crazy, but you do have to realize this is basically just a bonus thank you on top of the growth that I've already received with the stock. Like, this is something that they don't necessarily even have to do, so it's just a thank you and it's just a bonus, but you have to admit this is a pretty decent passive income. I get this every single quarter as long as I maintain the holdings of the 42 shares of Apple. And over time, I'm probably going to increase that amount of shares by purchasing more, therefore increasing my quarterly dividend payment as well. And you also have to realize that this is just the quarterly dividend from one stock that I own. So for example, I also own VOO, which is an ETF that mimics the S&P 500 index, and it's also a dividend stock as well. So not only is it a very safe bet for consistent growth with this stock, I'll also receive a dividend payment as well, and I actually got like $100 and some for my past dividend payment back in maybe December, I believe. But I do own more shares in that stock as well than I do Apple. And in addition to this, I also own shares of Microsoft, which I'll be getting a dividend for as well. So this $32 just came from Apple alone, and I know that I'll be getting dividends from other stocks as well, which is pretty encouraging. For me, getting dividends is almost like a reminder saying, look at this positive thing you're getting from investing in this stock, you may want to consider investing more. So for me, getting dividends is almost like a positive reminder for me to keep investing because I'm seeing these positive benefits from investing, not only in the growth of the stock, but in the dividends as well. So with that being said, I wanted to upload this video as almost like a form of encouragement for those that are on the fence of whether they should start investing, or those that are already considering doing dividend investing or simply investing alone. I wanted to reveal my payments so people can see these payments and see the positive benefits that you can get from investing. And then the people that see this video may try it out themselves as well and see the positive benefits that you get from it. Then that in turn will start another loop of them telling their friends to do it as well, and then everybody ends up helping everybody. Not only this, but I wanted to upload this video almost as like a form of history, just to put it on my channel to where I can look back at it in 1 to 2 years and say, oh man, that was such a small start, look at where I am now, but it all started from making these efforts and seeing these small gains, and now look where I am now. In my personal opinion, I do think that investing is such a great financial decision in your life, and dividend investing can be that extra step to persuade someone to start investing just because you see those initial rewards a little earlier on than waiting for retirement gains. But this video and everything that I have said is not to be considered financial advice. It is all my opinion, and I just wanted to reveal how much I earned so you could consider it for yourself. But if you all did enjoy this video, I would appreciate you dropping a like and then maybe subscribing if you want to see future videos like these. Dividends are such a great thing, and I plan on doing many more videos in the future on this topic, so make sure to stay tuned if you're interested. Before I go and head out, I will say that if you do want to get started with dividend investing, I have a little bit of experience with Robinhood, and I would say I think that is the best possible app out there for beginners especially. It has a super friendly user interface. Everything is very easy to get through and navigate and access anything that you're looking for within the app. So I will say that I think Robinhood is currently the best option, especially for those of you that are beginners. Now, I will say there are some disadvantages with Robinhood. You don't have fractional shares as of right now currently. They are working on that. But with Robinhood, if you want to buy a share, you have to pay the full share amount. You can't buy part of that amount. So for example, let's say Apple share is $300 right now. You can't buy a fractional amount of that $300, such as just $50 within the $300. You have to buy the full $300. So that's one disadvantage, and they're still working on that. Another disadvantage right now is that they don't have dividend drip, which is basically a feature on other apps such as M1 Finance, which is where instead of automatically taking out your dividends and giving them to you, you can select the option to drip it into your initial investment. So instead of taking out the $30 that I just got, it would automatically be inserted to another fractional share of the same investment that I got the dividend from. So those are just a few disadvantages of Robinhood, but I think it also has some tremendous advantages, especially for newcomers as well. I absolutely love the app, and I don't know if I'll ever switch to anything else just because of how convenient and how really good the interface looks. I will say the interface is really impressive. Whoever designed that, they're going places in life, and I just love the way it looks currently. But there's also options such as M1 Finance and Webull. I do have a referral link down in the description below for Robinhood and for Webull. Right now, if you deposit, I think $100, you get 2 free stocks valued up to, I think, $1,400 with Webull. And then also with Robinhood, if you use my referral code, we'll both get a free stock as well. So it helps both of us. And if you want to get started and just test the waters, I think Robinhood is a very good entry. I wish you guys the best of luck if you want to get started with dividend investing or just investing. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. See you guys later.